Morning guys, how y'all doing? Yeah, no, I haven't been doing anything in a while. Thought I'd better give you a little update of what's been going on. We went on vacation. We went down to the lake and I took some footage and it all came out terrible. Pretty much unusable. I don't know what happened, but anyway, I might throw a couple clips in, but we had a great time. It was just too hot to enjoy ourselves. But meanwhile, back here at the Tough Dog's place, I have been giving some attention to the KLF. Yesterday I came out and we had a short in the wiring system, which I tracked that down and sorted that out. See how that tire is off the rim? Well, I had to put inner tubes in these when I got the machine because they were dry rot and wouldn't hold air. And it was just a lot cheaper route to go, but they didn't seat up right. So today I'm going to try to get them to seat right and then put them back on. And as for that short in the wire, I didn't have my camera out here when I was doing it, and I should have. But what I ended up doing to track it down, I kind of went with the Dave's Farm approach, little unorthodox method. You could see the wires down in there, I think. Maybe. It may be too dark. Anyway, I had the seat off and everything. I had all the fenders off. And what I did, since I inspected everything and didn't see any bare wires anywhere or anything, and instead of doing a complete recheck of every single wire, what I did was I put a bigger fuse in it. I put a 25 amp fuse in it, which I knew wouldn't blow right away. It would probably heat the wires up. And that's exactly what it did. It heated the wires up and it started smoking right there at the fuse link. Well, as soon as I saw it smoking, of course, I unscrewed it and got the fuse out of there. And it melted the one end of the fuse together. I think I saved it. Let me see if I can show that to you here. This is the fuse that I used. See how the one end is gone? It completely broke the solder loose and it got stuck in the thing. I had to dig it out. But what that did was it heated up the wire that was shorting. So then I just went through the wiring harness and started looking for any wires that were wrinkled and looked like they'd been getting hot. And sure enough, I found it, and it was the wire that comes from the neutral light switch, which mysteriously enough had not been working up to this point. And then it started working one day, and as soon as it started working, I started blowing fuses. So I thought that that was suspect. Anyway, sure enough, I unplugged it down there where it goes into the actual switch that indicates neutral or reverse, and I unplugged that and everything is fine. So my problem's actually in that switch, but for right now I've just got it unplugged so it'll work again. Yeah, so I almost fried my wiring harness trying to do it that way, but it saved me hours. And all it did was softened up the insulation and the tape I had on it in a couple spots. It didn't actually burn through anywhere. So if you ever try to do it that way, just don't do it too long or you'll melt all your insulation off and have your wires all stuck together in a big glob. So anyway, I'm going to take these wheels off of here and take them back over to that tire shop and see if they can't help me get them seated right. And then put them back on. My buddy's supposed to be bringing over his Polaris after a while. We're going to do some work on it. He had his little Tata, or Tato, Tate. He bought a little 107cc, like a scrambler or something. Little machine for his kids. He brought it over yesterday and we adjusted his chain. And that was a nice little machine. I didn't get any footage of that either. But I don't know, I've been slipping. Anyway, so that's what's going on. I'm going to get these wheels off and take them over to the tire shop. They told me they'd help me try to seat them right this time. And hopefully we can get that done without blowing the inner tube or blowing the tires up. So I'll get back with you as soon as I get that taken care of. Alright? Alright. I loaded those tires up on the three-wheeler and went halfway across town there through the back roads and to the tire shop. And he put some grease on there, let the air out of them, popped the beads loose, put some of that tire butter on there, grease, whatever it is, and filled them back up, and they seated like butter. I don't know why he didn't do that the first time I was over there getting the inner tubes put in them a couple months ago. I guess he was tired, didn't want to mess with it. But anyway, that was cool. He took care of me on it like he said he would, and that goes a long way with me. And I found out something new about this machine. It seems like this cap has got this on-off for a breather, but it doesn't seem to work. I have to leave the gas cap kind of loose and crack it periodically, or else the tank draws a vacuum and quits supplying fuel and it'll die. I guess I'm going to have to get a new cap or drill a hole in this one. I hate to drill a hole in it, but I may have to, just because it's not venting properly. So I don't know, I have to research that and see what I can come up with. But anyway, I got my tires done. I'm going to put them back on the machine. And yeah, then we'll be able to track true, hopefully, because they wouldn't track true, they were wobbly. So I'm going to do that, and then we're going to take our first. I'm happy. That seemed to work out.